Morgan of Sunwest Mortgage is here to change the world of loan originations forever. From sending updates to your clients to allowing you more time, you can do it all in a simple chat. You no longer have to struggle with documents. All you need to do is select the files and upload them, and they're submitted in an instant along with your loan file. With Sunwest, your true home is always within.
Welcome to The Interest. I'm Christine Stewart. Last week we told you that reverse mortgage funding was pausing its originations. Well, today it filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. The New Jersey-based company made the bankruptcy announcement Wednesday, a day after laying off more than 400 of its 500 employees. The bankruptcy filing shows the biggest creditor is CompuLink Corporation, a reverse mortgage servicer, followed by the law firm of Lowenstein Sandler. The amount of assets the company holds, according to the filing, is estimated between $10 billion and $50 billion. During a conference call Tuesday, the company laid off 80% of its employees. That's according to someone familiar with the event who spoke on the condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to discuss the matter. Last week, RMF refused to confirm whether it lost its warehouse line. The company simply said, like many of its peers, it has been challenged by unprecedented interest rate hikes and overall macroeconomic volatility. As a result, the cost of financing and securitizing reverse mortgages has made it impossible for RMF to continue originations for seniors looking to unlock the value in their homes at this time. RMF did not respond to requests for comment regarding the bankruptcy or the layoffs. We all know it's tough out there, with home prices nationwide rising for a record 128 consecutive months. It's no surprise that the federal government will raise the limits for loans it will back by 12% in 2023. What may shock some about the new conforming loan limit values for mortgages to be acquired by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac is that for high-cost areas, the limit next year will exceed $1 million. Yep, $1 million. That means for high-cost areas, those in which 115% of the local median home value exceeds the baseline conforming loan limit, the new value for one-unit properties will be 150% or more than $726,000 or more than $1 million. Due to rising home values, the conforming loan limits will be higher in all but 2 U.S. counties. Earlier this month, the National Association of Realtors reported that median existing home price for all housing types in October was $379,100. That's up 6.6% from October of 2021. It marked 128 consecutive months, or 10.6 years, of year-over-year increases, the longest-running streak on record. Well, things are bad for everyone. They're worse for Black borrowers. Our own Mike Savino talked to the National Association of Real Estate Brokers about the gap between Blacks and whites.
And we have the same issues. And the gap is exactly around the same amount as it was back in 2011, actually way back before 1968.
The racial gap in home ownership isn't closing despite efforts to level the playing field. The National Association of Real Estate Brokers' 2022 State of Housing in Black America report found a 30-point gap in home ownership rates between Black and white households. That's down just 1 point from 2019, and it's actually up 6 points from where we were back in 1970.
Their credit scoring, they're getting higher interest rates, and higher interest rate means it's going to be more difficult for them to even purchase.
The report was released this morning. NAREB President Lydia Pope says the trend is because of a range of factors. Black borrowers are still more likely to have applications rejected by traditional credit standards. Higher prices and mortgage rates are pushing them out of the market, and student debt impacts them more than other groups.
You add all of that into a lineup, it makes it very difficult for a Black to buy a home.
And now, climate change is making things worse. For the first time, NAREB looked at the impact of natural disasters like flooding from major hurricanes. If recovery efforts produce more expensive housing in lower-income neighborhoods, the people of color who lived there get priced out.
And if you look at the disasters, it's making it very difficult, again, to rebuild the Black communities and be able to have housing stock within those communities. Again,
But Pope sees efforts to fix the problem. Some lenders are rethinking how they examine someone's credit, and originators are more aware of assistance programs.
And a lot of your banking institutions are looking to really work with the special purpose credit programs to help the Blacks within the community.
Pope says people in the housing and mortgage industries should be more proactive in educating the public. That could recruit a more diverse workforce and improve financial literacy among borrowers.
We're in the churches, we're in the schools, we're in the city talking about home ownership.
And that can help build up your pool of potential clients, even if they need to wait for conditions to improve before closing their loan.
Because they may not buy today, but they'll buy tomorrow. So you want to get their mortgage ready.
For the Mortgage News Network, I'm Mike Savino.
Thanks, Mike. Coming up, will homebuyers find relief from high prices in 2023?
Don't miss the largest regional mortgage show in the nation. The New England Mortgage Expo returns to Mohegan Sun in Connecticut, January 12th and 13th. See us at www.nemortgageexpo.com. Start your year with the best connections in the industry. Dozens of sessions, scores of exhibitors. It's where success is written every hour. www.nemortgageexpo.com.
Welcome back. According to NewRealtor.com forecast, things will not get any better next year. Instead, the housing market adjustment could last through 2025. What next year will offer buyers is less competition for a growing number of for-sale homes. Home sale prices won't come down, but growth will moderate to a single-digit yearly pace of 5.4% for the first time since 2020. Rents will outpace home prices and likely hit new highs, further adding to budget pressures, especially for first-time buyers. There will be an increase in existing home sales as the inventory refresh that began last summer accelerates. And home sales will decline 14.1% year over year to 4.53 million, the lowest level since 2012. Realtor.com chief economist Daniel Hale says with mortgage rates continuing to climb as the Fed navigates the economy to a softish landing, higher costs will lead to fewer closings, but that doesn't mean home buying will stop entirely in 2023. However, she says they will need to stay up to date on the market and pack their patience. But the company is predicting a bounce back in the second half of the year. We'll be right back with what else is interesting today. Welcome back. Here's what else is interesting today. With all the controversy surrounding Elon Musk demanding employees come back to the office, TodayTesting.com has released a new report showing that, on average, full-time employees who work from home will have exactly 777 hours, 46 minutes, and 9 seconds of extra free time each year compared to their office-bound counterparts. That's the equivalent of over 32 days of extra time that remote workers get to enjoy however they want. People working from home work an average of 2 hours and 18 minutes less each day than those who commute to an office. That's a difference of 11.5 hours each week. Full-time workers who are remote and work from home get an extra 16.1 hours of free time each week. For more on these and all of today's top stories, go to mortgagenewsnetwork.com.